the Young and the Restless. We're gonna talk about Nick and Adam's situation, and then I'm gonna talk about Victor and Phyllis. But first, I'm gonna talk about Phyllis and Victor. Um, I think if I'll put it this way, if Victor is about to get his company back, it's too soon. I think they should let her keep it, make it more interesting, let her keep it a little bit longer. That's my opinion on that. And then again, I don't really believe Michael. I don't know how to trust him when it comes to Victor because he may be just telling her that to get the company back because he's, regardless of what Victor does to him, he's going to stick by him. But hopefully there's something that can be done where he can't get it back right now. I know he's going to get back eventually, but I don't want him to get it back right now. The storyline is too interesting. So let her keep it a little bit longer and let her fix it where she can come out on top with something and stop making her the villain all the time. When we all know that Victor is the villain. He's looking at her trying to put her in jail, talking about what she did to him. But look at what he did to Kane and what he done to Jack and the things he done to Phyllis in the past. Putting that Marco man in her bed when she was married to Jack. Same. Then he did the same thing to Diane, but he didn't put no man in her bed. He had to put fixes for there would be another woman in Jack's bed. But anyway, I just hope the situation works in Phyllis' favor, and I hope Christine, when she finds out about it and she becomes the DA, that she have enough hatred for Victor to help Phyllis or somebody jump in to help her, Jack, anybody. And hopefully somebody will team up with her and try to help her keep it away from him since he done so much to so many people. But I don't see nobody teaming up with him. But it'll be a good storyline anyway if they did try to keep it away from him a little bit longer. You know. Okay, we're gonna move on to Adam and Nick. That's the most stupid situation right there. I don't get why Adam would go in that room and turn his back on Nick. I mean on that guy, but he did. But anyway, and then Sharon and Noah. Yeah, then you got Sharon and Noah going to an abandoned building. Well, I guess at first I said that she ought to known if Nick was captured there, he wouldn't have no cell phone. But he had texted her saying that he had caught Matt. So that's why they came there. But still, I don't. My doors would have been locked. He would have better gotten my car there easily. And then you want to get out and walk around the building. Why not drive? Why not just pull off and just try to make contact? Because if you're not getting in contact with him, then that right there is a red flag right there. But y'all do y'all. I don't know who's writing these scripts, but it can be some awful writing sometimes. So let's see how this one play out. It could have been a good storyline to me if they had just let when Nick got caught and instead of just letting the storyline play out like it did and letting Adam get caught. Well, he's not going to go in there and turn his back on this man like that. That don't even make any sense. They could have said, "Well, Nick got captured to bring him and Victoria's relationship, get their relationship a different dynamic. Build a better bond like Nick and Adam. Adam's bond. I think their bond is pretty tight. They could have said, use that storyline like let Victoria, Adam called Victoria and say, I need some help. Sis, I need some help. She fly out there. They pull together their resources, use Victor's resources, and find Nick. Victor can handle what's going on back here because he's doing up and making a mess anyway. He got it because he's not gonna tell y'all what he's doing until he's done it anyway. So that could have been a storyline to bring them two closer. She could have flown out and they could have worked together with trying to solve this situation. But I guess Victoria said, no, I'm not getting into that. But she will. But when it comes to her daddy, she's gonna be right there, good or bad. I see that now. So they're both bad, as far as I'm concerned. But it is that it makes for good storyline. So I hope Phyllis get to keep the company a little bit longer. And they find out and Nick on these drugs and they get this situation solved with Matt and wonder what he's gonna do to Sharon and Noah. I don't know. Hope he don't do nothing stupid, but we'll see. We'll see next week. All right. Until Monday.